Hey.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning, depending on where in the world you are watching this show.
That's I'm going to start mixing up my haze.
Mix up the hair. And first of all, I would like to say as well, cheers, guys, everybody.
Cheers, people.
Thank you very much for joining us again here on Q Corner.
Some people in the chat, nice to see you.
Yes, absolutely. Balloonizer Lounge. We've got Jason as well. Remind me, I need to send you a message regarding the shirt. We have a solution. We'll be able to get sorted for you for the merch for Balloon Wonderland. One of the Pioneer team jumped all over that for us, so thank you very much.
Yes. Fantastic. What have you got? What have we got?
Well, actually, we're going back to a segment that we haven't ran since September 2018.
It seems like a blink of an eye.
I know.
I had to dig into the archives to get some of that footage.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over for what was it? Segment that we did called Balloon News.
That's right. We like the bit of news.
Yes. So we're going to
One sec before we do this.
We're going to try it out.
No, you need a sip of tea because that needs to be lower than it is for this to work. It'll all make sense soon.
Yes. So
I promise.
we did Balloon News back in 2018. We haven't done it since, and even though that people said that they loved it, and it is something that we're going to bring back in, along with a whole of new ideas that we've got coming in. But we want to know
get this in because we've missed it so much.
Yeah. So let's dive over to our news desk.
So are we ready?
Yes,
I am.
Our third member of the balloon desk.
Over to the news.
Hello. That didn't work properly. I'm fairly sure.
What didn't we? It did.
Are you sure?
Sort of.
Because that's not over there. And that didn't happen over there, I don't think, either. So anyway, guys, we do have the balloon news. So yeah, I'm fairly sure that just flipped over to it. So we'll watch it back on the replay. You tell us if it worked or not. So we have the balloon news.
95% worked.
I'm going to say about 91% or something. So for the balloon news, first of all, what we got is Balloon Wonderland. An update. So Balloon Wonderland registration opened just on Friday the 1st of October, and now we have only 80 spots left. So 220 spots already been taken. So if you do want to get yourself on a Balloon Wonderland, you want to get yourself registered there as quickly as possible. If you're planning on taking your CBA at Balloon Wonderland, all 40 spaces have already been taken for the CBA exam. However, if you still want to take it, what you can do is put a notice on your registration when you register that you want to do the CBA exam, and you will be added to a waiting list, a standby. Also, for Balloon Wonderland, the team leaders have just been announced for all 5 teams. They were announced just the other day, which we'll go through. And that's it for Balloon Wonderland. What else we got? Up with a new issue of Balloon Images magazine just been released, which is Paint Your Party with Qualatex. So we're going to go onto Balloon Images magazine in a little bit because it was all about colours, which is what this episode has been talking about. We got. I tell you what we've got. We've only got 7 days left. 7 days left until the 13th of October. 2 things happen on the 13th of October. The first one is the competition ends. The Qualatex 2022 Everyday Essentials Catalog front cover. Your work could be featured on the front cover of that catalogue, and you only have until the 13th to register that. There's a link
in it to win it.
Yeah. On YouTube at the moment, there is a link in the description of this video for how to enter for that competition. And lastly, in the news, we've also on the 13th, which is a week today, we'll be producing a webinar which is Zoe Adams-Jones, which is the webinar. It's all in the detail. Again, what you can do is you can get yourself over to qualatex.com to register for that. So thank you very much. We need to go back from the news. Like, yes. And then you can see this. There we go. Here we go. We're back. We go.
It did it twice. You banged so bang the mouse.
Is that what it was? Yeah. We hope you liked the news.
It'll be smoother next time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see
what we got going on there. Right. Okay.
So let me just pop over onto there as well. That's fine. And under there. Yeah, so what we need to do is we're going to talk through a couple of things. I'll put that in the background.
It's there.
Yes.
I absolutely love that.
The audio is chopping off, is it?
Is it now?
Oh, that's interesting. We'll just continue, and if
could just be you, Jason, but we'll see if anybody else
choppy, you can tell us. Okay. Hello, Renata. It's nice to see you.
Everything's going on, Renata. You've missed the news.
Yes, you've just the balloon news.
Yes.
First one that we've done in 3 years.
That's why we're rusty.
3 years as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies.
It is a wow moment. I wonder how many hairs I've said in all that time.
3. Plus 5.
That's right. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we're talking about Balloon Wonderland. The team leaders have been announced.
Oh, yes.
Which is rather cool.
I'm going to take that off there because I'm going to put on to, I need to here. I didn't. So we team leaders have been announced.
I will have them full screen for a moment so they can see them in all their glory.
So this is team 1. Your team leader for group 1 is Mandana, Adrian, and Claudia. And then for team 2, we have Charlie, Dory, and Pia. For team 3, we have Kirsten, Jenny, and Sandra. Team 4, we have Genesis and Iravid, the Neve sisters.
That's right.
From
we
Miami.
have them on one of the Qualatex websites. Oh.
And lastly, we have for team 5, we've got Ellie, we've got Saskia, and we've got Ruti. That sounds like it's going to be a crazy bunch on that group 5, actually. You're just looking at the team leaders for
Which groups shall we follow first? It's up to you, folks.
Yeah, we're going to be following all of those groups.
But there's some fantastic, if you look at some of the work that gets put out there on Instagram and Facebook,
yes,
these guys are always putting out content and sharing as well. There's a wealth of knowledge again with these team leaders for all those groups. So really looking forward to seeing how these guys work together.
Apparently, somebody said as well, so we are dropping in and out.
Thank you, Andrew, for confirming that.
Do we want to switch on to studio mic for the moment and our backup mic? And
let's add a bit of that in. You carry on.
I will carry on there, and we can do that one onto there. We'll switch onto here, and we should be able to do that and switch the other two.
Try that. Okay.
Hopefully, we've switched over the studio mic now under our backup microphone, and hopefully that will have
got to have a plan B.
Yes.
Got to have.
Always have a plan B. Always have a plan B.
Sometimes we haven't seen a D. But anyway, yes. So I am really looking forward to seeing some of these guys working as teams over there.
Yes.
Because you get all those little kind of sharing moments.
Well, crazy that we've only got 80 spots left.
I know. Like that was fast. What's that, 4 days? 5 days are sold? Yeah, 5 days. Over 2/3.
5 days.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 days.
And something else that's available, which you can get now as well, is the merch. So the merch store for Balloon Wonderland. So some lovely T-shirts like these.
Yes, absolutely. So what we can do is if I go onto a web browser...
Are you going to throw that in the chat? It is.
And I shall go to the website.
I'll pop it up there on the screen as well.
You want to put it on full screen?
Balloon Wonderland store.
There's a question in the chat as well. I have a question about last week's episode. What does hybrid competition mean? Hybrid competition. It's a good question, actually.
It is a good question.
Well, we might not tell you quite yet either.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait and see. More news.
So Balloon Wonderland, there's T-shirts, there's mugs, there's face masks, there's all sorts of cool stuff.
Things.
You've
Grab yourself some Balloon Wonderland.
You've shared the link in the chat, but it is there as well.
I haven't. It's in the...
Someone will share it in the chat.
I'm sure they will.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure they will.
Well, it's balloon-wonderland.creator-spring.com. Rolls off the tongue, Keith.
It does.
It does.
It was definitely in last week's chat. But
It was.
in fact, 1 second. Oh,
You're going to put it in again
I'm gonna
because
put it
you
in,
can.
'cause,
Okay. But yes,
here we
Jason,
go.
we will cover that. We will be talking more about...
Ready for people. There we
Always get
go. For people on YouTube and also...
Oh, and Facebook's getting it as well. Look at that. So yes, get your merch in time, because even if you are not going to be able to attend this event, which a lot of people won't be because
I
it
don't
is
know if I'm going to be able to
limited.
do it on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
try.
if you can't attend, you can still get some merch and support the event and get yourself ready to join in with the hybrid competitions.
Yeah, now you're just winding people up.
Oh, there's loads of information to come out about the hybrid competitions.
There we go. It's in the chat on Facebook too.
I think
ready for you.
Jason's interested because he was a very good competitor for us in previous ones.
Yes, he was absolutely.
yes.
Over on the Q Corner convention.
That's
the
right.
last 20.
So you have to keep listening out,
2021.
watching for what's coming up.
Indeed.
And think about what's coming up as well. We've got Zoe's, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, in fact, if I go on to here and we'll go on to, we've got web browser still on.
We have.
On there.
Let me throw it
You want
up
to
for
go full screen?
There you go.
We usually find if you need some information.
Well, you can't go wrong.
With Qualatex.com. Get yourself over onto there, then onto the... actually, if we start from the top right, we'll go to Qualatex.com, and then from there, because it's got all the spooky Halloween stuff going on, then we're going to go on to events, and just click on events. Although Balloon Wonderland comes up highlighted, just click on events, and you'll see other things that's happening, and the next one is... it's all in the detail. There we
are
go.
starting to get some events around and about.
Would you believe it? We're getting back to some sort of form of normality.
Some.
Yes.
Not all, but some.
It's an online webinar, so you can take it from wherever you want, and it is for, I believe it's the low price of $25.
Bargain.
So
Absolute
you can just
bargain.
register and get yourself over. What it is, it's an hour-and-a-half class as well, with a live Q&A at the end.
That's right.
where
You
can
get to ask questions. If it's not already
Zoe.
covered in the webinar, you get to ask that question, and I'm sure she will do her very best,
Yes.
as prepared as she always is, to answer any of your questions.
Yeah, I know this one people are going to absolutely love as well, because it's bang on trend at the moment, because it's adding flowers to bubble balloons and foils through different attachment techniques, along with lots of other stuff.
Yeah.
But that is quite a big
An
part of it,
absolute
and something that
speciality
she's very well
by
known
Zoe,
for.
yeah. So
yeah, very well
we've
known
seen
for.
some of Zoe's work. Been fortunate enough to work alongside her, and it is beautiful.
Top-notch.
Yeah, really
Top-notch.
is fantastic. So yes, we'll be looking forward to that one. But definitely get yourself along for that one, because it's going to be awesome.
Also on here, I'm going to pop onto publications, because, as we mentioned in the Balloon News, the most latest edition of Balloon Images magazine is up and running, and it is the colour issue.
Here we go.
So if I click on there, the colour issue, and you can see...
I love this video in the...
I know. We
I mean,
haven't
I
run
know
in the background
it's
earlier.
been a while now, and it's taken a bit of a transition for people to get used to going to the digital content
Mm-hmm.
for things like Balloon Images. But, guys, there's no way you'd get that sort of visual with the original magazine.
No.
This is not just a digital version where here's a PDF to look through. It's leveled up. This is beautiful. It's interactive. It just keeps you inspired and engaged with this as well. So
Yes.
it's brilliant.
And what we can do is, you guys can go through it at your own, but if you click on the arrows down the bottom right-hand side, which...
Doesn't quite show on the screen. We
No,
show
I think
them.
it's
They
cut
are
off.
there though.
They are.
You get some navigations, and you can move left or right, backwards and forwards.
I've just realised it's like really cut off on that one.
It's missed some of the good stuff at the right hand side.
Oh,
That's a shame.
it is.
But they can get it because they can't go
One
wrong.
second, I'm going to see if
with
I can. I'm gonna see if I
Qualatex.com.
can fix that a bit.
It's going in. It's almost there. We've got them all now, and the arrows are just as viewable. I agree, Hetty. Some hearts there for that. You know what? I totally concur.
There we go. Okay, we're on it now. We're on it.
We'll have some of them. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yes. We love it. It's filled with nuggets. And the thing is, as well, is that about this issue, which is, it's all about paint your party with Qualatex. This I mean, just look at those colours. The super agates, along with the solid colours there as well, is just it's a beautiful rainbow.
It's a lovely way of adding in the agates, though. You know, we all understand that the agate has a higher price point for us to purchase. We get that, and you know, you can absolutely use them in most things and everything, as much as you want. But by toning the usage down, it means you're going to get some, you know, a cost saving there. But adding them into the solid colour balances the price point for you as a business, but it gives you that wow factor to the client.
It's got the punch. Yeah. And also, as well as that, especially, I mean, between the colours there, especially between the orange and the yellow, which is really in focus on that shot, those super agates actually have the yellow.
Yeah, it's very cleverly.
And
then it's got the orange to the red for the next one.
Yeah.
Lovely. Very clever.
It's very
Works
clever.
Beautifully, and we love it.
Yes.
We find these as a very good resource for us as well. And also, every day is a learning day. So it's, there's a question there. Why is it... Oh, well, firstly, Jason, if you do have a defective balloon, because you know what? It happens. We get that. You need to... On Qualatex, there is a...
Yeah, it's a feedback. So what you need to do is you contact them, and because Qualatex has a 100% satisfaction guarantee with their products. So if you just report it back to them, somebody from the office will get in touch with you.
Try and watch out for your... you want some details of the bag, so take a photograph of the bag with the information on the back. Take a picture of the balloon, uninflated and inflated. As much information that you can provide, the better it is to feed that back, so everyone can learn from it. So
also, as well as that, there's usually a very low defective rate on super agates. So if you're having a particular problem with super agates, what you do is drop us a message privately and talk to us about it, and we'll find out what it is the problem is and see if we can get it sorted for you.
Yes.
Because it might be a technique, or it might be overinflation because the way that those particular balloons are made. But if you send us a message, we'll do our best to help you.
We certainly shall.
Absolutely. Also on there is a link to a previous webinar with Olga Baranova, who she did a webinar called Colour as a Tool. It was all about using colour and all about the harmonies and everything that went with it.
So important, though. You know, it's one of those things that it's part of the CBA program is educating ourselves on colour palettes, how they work together, and all the kind of the goodness that helps you create better work. Now, actually, in this article, there's some brilliant and fabulous, either brand new to learn if you've never done it before, or for a lot of us CBAs out there, some wonderful ways of reinforcements, refreshers, and also it's adding it in with a lot of the newer, fresher colours as well, which is, for us, this particular article is fantastic because some of those colour palettes are beautiful.
And if you go to that Balloon Images magazine and you have a look on this particular page, you'll see there's a code which allows you to go through the link to, if you haven't already got this this webinar, go through there, and it allows you to get 50% off the recording of that particular webinar.
That's right.
Which is an absolute deal.
Watch anytime you like, then.
Somebody on Facebook said that was an awesome class, learned a lot. Yeah, we did too from our side. It's amazing how always learning. Every day is a school day. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Does agates have a weird smell? Yes, they do. Agates are actually...
It's like 3 balloons.
It's 3 balloons into one. Oh, there we go. That's Dominic has to take his medicine about this time.
Where's mine? Happen to do not disturb, eh?
Yeah, so they do have a very different smell. It's because of the way that they made the hardest latex balloon to make, because of they're actually 3 balloons in one. It's really clever. We were lucky enough to actually be able to see them being made when they were made in Canada.
It was very cool.
Yeah, and they're all handmade. They're really special. They're a fantastic balloon.
Super. Balloon. Yes. So a bargain that at the code there to get that, because it is worth watching. Anything that you can add to your inventory of tools to learn about how to make your decor designs even better is a great way going forward. Now, actually, within that article as well, there's some great theory. There's a lot of theory.
I mean, the psychology, understanding colour psychology, then creating colour palettes. You all right? That's your second set of tablets?
I know.
What's going on there?
It's way past my time.
Hues, tints, shades and tones.
Yes. But
it's done with... For Debbie McGill on there.
But it's done with all the latest colours as well, so you can really make it more of an understanding because it's got everything that we're working with at the moment as well. So that's really good.
And it's filled with fantastic artwork and a lot of influences on there as well.
Yeah, which has got links through to their profiles as well, so you can really check out some of their work, which is a really good way to build your inspiration and ideas as well. So
yep, absolutely. What we got going on as well from this one, which was the Paint Your Party, and this is the thing that's been running alongside with the Balloon Images magazine, which is the Paint Your Party with Qualatex. And I didn't realise that Qualatex as a brand... Time to take the crazy meds. You're not wrong, Hetty. You're not wrong. He's got to keep on staying
true
on track for that.
I'll take it now.
Yes. Yes.
Never a
the
true word spoken.
Qualatex brand themselves, because
Yes.
obviously everybody knows that Pioneer is the company that manufactures the brand Qualatex balloons. The Qualatex brand was launched in 1935. I didn't realise. Yeah, I didn't. That was a.
Because
that is a
obviously
long
we
time.
know it's been an ever-developing question in the CBA.
Yes.
It's Pioneer Balloon Company is over 100 years old.
Yeah,
now. We've
absolutely.
had that. We get that one.
Yes.
We remember
and how
that.
many colours? It's like.
But yeah, the Qualatex brand. Yes.
Yes.
Speaking about the Qualatex brand, though,
because it started with just 10 colours as well, and now we've got like over 75.
We've got 10 blues, have we not?
I think we have. What
But
were you saying? Sorry.
there's a new Qualatex logo that we noticed the
Oh
other day,
yes,
and then we learned what it was for.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it so that I'm gonna switch that off there to find it.
Because I thought at first, it's Q squared.
Yes, you thought it was the Q. Yeah, Q squared.
Q squared.
And then I was like, yes, and I thought that was actually a very clever idea.
But it's not right.
No, it's not quite.
Has anyone seen the Q squared logo?
Have you seen it, guys? You've seen
Have
it?
you?
You will have.
They'll be like, don't know what you're on about.
Here we go.
Has he took his medicines?
Yes.
Right, are you going to bring it up?
In fact, I'm going to do it this way as well.
Get it so they can see it. Because we have a world of colour. So Jason hasn't seen it. Well, that's it. No good. Come on, Jason, you're not trying.
Where did I find?
Now he's lost
Where did
it.
I find the thing that told me about it?
It was on the new.
This.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't want to say the word because it gives it away.
Here we go. So this is back on the page, on the Qualatex.com website, which is the Paint Your Party with Qualatex. And if we go, what's it down here?
It's going to hide now.
Yeah.
Because you can't go wrong with Qualatex.com.
Where it is here, I'm trying to get it above our heads. Oh, you've got us full screen, right?
I have.
Perfect palettes with Qualatex custom colours. So here it says layer latex from the extensive range of Qualatex balloon colours to create custom multi-dimensional shades. Now that's a link. So if I click on this, this takes us to Qualatex custom balloon colours, and you can see there that the Q2 logo.
Q squared.
Q squared, yes, which is double stuffed images. It basically means that if you see an image, you can go
Yes,
back on
so
here.
you see a picture of a balloon, and you're wondering what colour it is.
If you see that little logo in the corner, it means that it's using double stuff techniques.
It's a good way of indicating
Yes.
that it's not a out the bag colour. It means you're going to have to use two colours
the images
to
in there
create
as well.
that
I don't know if
colour.
I should be showing this or not, but we've got all the colours there.
There they are.
Yeah, I don't need them. Right.
They are
Okay.
there, though.
Yes. But there's also instructional videos for creating custom colours. It's absolutely packed full of. It's an absolute gold mine, as per usual, of amazingness.
It is.
So if you're new to double stuffed colours and things as well, you can watch this video and it shows you exactly how to do it, or you can go back and watch some of the other Q episodes. There's the wonderful Sue Bowler, who's going to be double stuffing. Yeah, we've got on full screen.
There we go.
Yeah, I think she's going to use a premium twin air sizer there to inflate.
You're right, Shelley. It is awesome.
It is.
We agree.
It is, and it's more free resources for you guys as well. So do it.
It takes that
Busy mum of three, you missed the class. If you get yourself over at the Balloon Images magazine, there's a 50% off code to go and get it if you want to. So
I thought the same, Andrew. I thought it was Q squared.
Yes, square balloons.
Not just me.
Yeah, okay.
And now, Jason, if anybody asks you, have you seen the new Q2 logo? You have.
And you know what it's there for. That's the important thing.
It is. And that's very handy because once you learn that, you'll see them all over now as well.
Yes. Oh, Andrew said that it was actually humour. Though he's not that stupid, although some may disagree. Okay. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
So, speaking about colour.
Speaking about colour, I have some colours over here.
You do, because we were looking at some inspiration palettes, which we particularly like.
Yeah, which are actually from the new Balloon Images magazine.
And this is, you know, we find this sort of resource very good because it adds into designs that we've already got, already do. Let me move this as well because we're going to show those.
Ooh. So,
this is like
in the chat, guys, what colours are these? What colours have we got in the chat?
Can they do it?
Do you reckon you guys can do it? I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you one of them. This is orange. Okay, that's orange. Anybody, can you give me any other colours that we have in this cluster of 4 balloons?
I'll give you one.
What do we reckon?
I'll give you one.
What, orange?
Oh.
Are you going to give it another one?
I'm going to give them green.
Okay, so we've got 2. We've taken the 2 hardest ones.
Chat's suddenly gone slow because we've asked some questions about colours.
Yes.
Oh, no.
What are these 2? So what colours have we got on here? What colours? I know it's under the studio lights, so it's a bit funny on there, but what colours do we have? Are we using it? Goldenrod, Jason. This is goldenrod, exactly. Well done. I'm assuming that you're going for this one. On goldenrod.
If you went for this one, you're wrong.
Yeah, this is definitely goldenrod. Well done. So we've got last one, the tricky one.
Does this help?
It's not burgundy.
Ooh.
It's not burgundy. You're on the right idea.
Very
but
close,
I think
though, Shelley. Very close.
Well, actually, it kind of is burgundy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very close.
Very close.
You went with wrong, which I thought was a bit harsh.
Well, actually,
I went almost wrong.
No, it is.
Almost
That's right, isn't it? Because there isn't a normal burgundy. It's maroon. I'm going to give you it. You know what? Crystal burgundy. No, it's
sparkling.
Yes, sparkling burgundy. Yes, that's it. Sparkling burgundy. Well done. So we've got sparkling burgundy, orange, green, and goldenrod on there. So,
however, everyone who was guessing did very well because that colour on camera is not easy.
No.
But essentially, the majority are pretty right.
Yes, it's sparkling burgundy.
It's sparkling burgundy.
But what they did was they did a safari print, and what we did is we added some colours inside.
We did.
And if I do it the same way, like this, in fact, if
do it this
actually,
way.
if I do
it that way, and then
that way.
Yeah, you can see it that way.
Yeah. Okay, so
Just
we
a bit
have
better on camera.
goldenrod.
Have to say, the camera and the studio lights don't do this as much justice as in the flesh.
Yeah.
It's a subtle difference.
Yeah, what I need to do though is I need to go onto the custom colours onto here for the actual.
Right. Shelley, sparkling. Or sparking. Or sparkling. Can you get it? Do you want it? Do you need it?
No, 1 second. I will have it in one moment. He says.
If you can half the carpet up with that one, Keith.
Here we go. So goldenrod, we've added mocha brown inside of there. So we have the mocha, if you want mocha or mocha, brown inside of goldenrod, and then we've got the sparkling burgundy on the outside, and inside we have navy, and then
navy inside.
Yeah, navy inside, and then we have orange, and you can.
It's just a much more deeper, richer colour.
Yeah, in person it's much better.
Yes.
It's onyx black inside of the orange as well. And then we have green with, again, onyx black.
And although I think on camera they look very similar, although yours there does look a bit darker.
Yeah,
it looks richer though.
Yeah, it is.
That's the difference in real life. Is not only is it a bit of a darker colour, but it's actually a lot richer.
Yeah.
And you see that real strong depth come out of the yellow as well and the orange.
Yeah. So this one is now. So the sparkling burgundy is now gone to what we call red mahogany. And the green is now a forest green with the onyx black inside. The orange is now this is a, don't get too excited, this is a desert orange. No, Dom, it's not a dessert orange.
Desert orange.
It's a desert orange for the orange, and then lastly we've got a mustard yellow.
So one of the other things as well, which is
put them side by side again, like
which
this.
has come out of this palette,
see them there.
is the names.
Yes.
So the fact that we've got some names assigned to them, which are very descriptive and really help to add to the value of that colour. So it's rather than kind of suggesting to the customer that, you know, you're going to use this colour and it gets you a darker yellow. You're actually telling them that it's a certain type of yellow,
yes,
certain type of orange, and it really adds so much value to what you're trying to sell.
And that was a Safari palette, but
Safari,
not just
as
on
we
there.
know
I mean, it's Safari, so good. We've got these colours. So here we go. We've got quiz. Are you ready again for quiz,
Right,
guys?
quick fire on the keyboard.
We need the colours. What 4 colours are we using on those 4 balloons?
1, 2.
Answers on a postcard.
3,
Not
4.
on a postcard. Yeah, so we've got 4 colours.
Let's see if anybody can identify these ones.
So this one is this one. Once it's been, you guys go for it. You go for the tell us what colours it are, but
it's also got to name the collection as well,
yes,
which is very
like
nice.
that one was the Safari. That last one was the Safari. Pink.
Jason, yes,
Jason.
we've got a pink. This one here
is
pink.
Is pale pink. Is it pink or pale pink?
Pink.
Or pink?
Pink.
Pink. Yes, not pale blue and pink. And then
Ooh,
pearl
going
lavender,
strong.
rose spring lilac, and pink.
Well done, Hetty.
We got a winner.
4 for 4.
Well done. And Gabby went pink, spring lilac, and rose. Yep, you're close there as well.
There
and
you go,
Luke's got
Eddie.
pearl lavender. Well done.
You get some hearts.
You got it first. Gabby, you were close
In
as
one.
well. Well done. Well done. Right, okay. So double stuffing these ones inside. So inside of the pink, we've taken a navy blue. Inside of the pearl lavender, no, it's that one. If I do it that way, that's easier. We've got a chocolate brown. Then for the rose, we have navy, and lastly for the spring lilac, we've got chocolate brown again.
And again, the depth of the colours of these ones.
Yeah.
They give,
If you do it side by side.
I'll do it that way. Or should I do it that way?
No, yeah,
Right
so
next to
the
each other.
reflects.
Yeah, it's, you know, that pearl lavender.
I mean, you can see the
how
depth of the colour there, how
rich.
light
Yeah.
that is, and how rich this is.
I mean, the pink, you know, it takes it from being such a baby pink colour to a very rich tone in there as well.
Yes, yeah, and obviously the pastel shades are bang on trend, have been for quite some while, and there will be for the future.
But it's giving you that tool to say, I've now got a name for the palette.
Yes.
Yeah? We've got a name for the palette, which is fantastic. Then we've got names for the individual colours.
And that is taken, if I put that onto there behind us, this is the Berry Stain palette from the new Balloon Images magazine. So if you haven't seen it yet, I don't understand why not. Gabby's saying the navy and the rose is so nice. Yes, it is. It makes it so much of a... it kind of...
I mean, I like rose anyway.
Yeah, but it
like,
brings the colour down. It's not so red things as well. It brings it as a deep pink, like so it has depth. It has a texture to it.
Yeah, especially again, you know, we keep saying this, but in the flesh, that richness comes through fantastic. And you know, but this is just 4 balloons we're holding up. But when you have it in things like, you know, the backdrops and the walls and the arches and everything else that you're doing.
I mean, there is. If we click it over there, you can see inspiration where they've used these kind of palettes already.
Stunning.
In there, and it is stunning. It's very, very beautiful, and it's incredibly elegant. I mean, just look at the colours on there. To the right hand side, the background, the colours that are in the background.
Absolutely fantastic.
So this is, like I said, it's there. This is the Berry Stain, and if we go back, we'll take it to the. No, I need to go forward. Sorry. Berry Stain, and then on to Safari. So this is the sample palette for Safari. With options too.
You know that Safari colour scheme?
Yeah.
If you do the colours without them being double stuffed, they work fantastic for a Safari theme, especially for the younger ages. Works beautiful, perfect, love it. But actually, when you want to do a more of a grown up and elegant, adding a bit of kind of the pastel, the softer tones in there as well, doing that double stuff is fantastic. It changes it completely. It really does. So
it does.
For a limited technique.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Exactly. It's a very simple technique.
It's not a lot of work.
But it changes everything.
Obviously, we're talking about timing and costing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But actually, for the work to reward, it's easy. It's easy math.
It's certainly, you're certainly going to get a return on it because your customers will see the difference as well.
And just remember, as always, if you are using anything double stuffed and you are using helium filled, it does affect your float times. But as we often say, you know, push that air-filled work. It gives you more scope for design, length of build, and better costing as well as more profit for you as well.
Yep.
So it falls in line with all the things that we're trying to do as a business, but it adds even more value to the customer. And as you said, bang on trend. Absolutely the colours that customers are after.
I mean, this is fantastic. But I'm afraid that is all the time that we have for you guys again this week. So what you need to do is you need to watch out, or we're going to say a huge thank you to.
We are, yes.
Where we got that? Where we are? Where we are?
You know what? I thought I had a button, but I don't.
You don't. We're going to say a huge thank you to our
fantastic crew,
our Q crew and our Q rock stars for supporting us.
We
really appreciate it.
We still really need a
for the rock stars.
A good one.
Where there's we know there's actually quite a few people that are going to be coming up on. They're going to be getting a new colour for their. Membership badge, because I can see there we have Marblins, and I can definitely say that Hetty's the same, and Shelley. I think they're all going to be heading over to Rose Gold.
You
for
get
the
a Rose Gold button.
The other thing as well is that I don't think you have the Safari reminds me of M&M's. Where's that? Grab it, Dom.
Okay, yeah.
It's very rich. It's very rich. Yeah, I get you.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for our members as well, you should get a renewal chat. So we don't know really how that works fully because it's a new thing that we're trying out. So it means that you can send some sort of message on here.
It's like a highlighted message.
It's a highlighted message.
Yeah, one every month.
Yes,
pretty
so
cool.
You could try that at some point. I don't know how it works, but
we've also got some new things in the mix coming, which we're not saying yet.
But it does involve lots of different sets.
Cool. You can't.
I can't help it.
Why don't you just go and talk about a hybrid competition then? Why don't you?
We will remain here as long as you guys want us to be, and we really appreciate all of your support. Thank you very much to everybody on this list below here. Thank you for everybody in chat. That's
keep an eye out on the Balloon Wonderland page as well. Tap into those resources for things happening. And if you haven't booked for that,
there's only 80 spots left. There might be less now.
Yeah,
probably less now.
Because that was actually an update earlier today for us as well, so who knows.
Get yourself over onto the Balloon Images magazine on Qualatex.com. Have a look at the other colour combinations as well, because there are other ones than the two that we've just shown you, and we'd love to see them as part of your work.
We really would.
You guys stay nice and safe. Take care and have fun.
And we'll see you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.